Alright, everybody.
And the $6 or whatever it holds.
I apologize for cutting you guys off. Michael, did you say you're not going to States?
I'm not going to play in States.
Are you going to go? Do you want to be part of our coverage team?
I'm considering it.
Well, you're more than welcome to. I did solidify with Brett Rose today.
Nice.
But it would actually be pretty cool to have 3 people, because you could take breaks, and then you could do,
yeah.
because there's going to be a certain amount of, like...
You could do a deck
like,
tech.
yeah, and there's going to have to be a certain amount of running.
Yeah.
Like, you just need more people, because, like, here, if we need to find out what the life is, I just go out there and ask them. You can't do that at, like, a REL 32 event. As we talk about,
I think that would help with somebody maybe watching it, and if you can have even, like, texting on the phone, or a walkie-talkie, or even a baby monitor.
Or even a baby mama.
Yeah.
Okay, so, paper beats rock. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that awesome? I just flipped over those 3 hilarious cards.
That you could win!
How could you win?
You just retweet.
I'll tell you here briefly.
Or already said.
As I typed so loud that it annoys everyone again. So, we are in round 2 here. And we have, for this match, both of these gentlemen have played on our FNM stream before. In fact, Joseph Deal, on the right, who tells me he's playing a Grixis aggro deck, which should be interesting to see, is a former FNM stream winner with Goblins. He won pretty emphatically that week, actually. He murdered everyone, because everyone who played Bonfire in a deck was not here that week. And he's playing against Ian Strege on the left, who is playing what he says is a very lame Azorius deck, so we'll have to see how that goes.
What are their records right now?
They are... I do not know. That'd be interesting to ask them. Why don't you leave me right there and ask him?
What is the...
Pardon?
Which, Ian, I don't think I've ever seen him play anything other than blue-white flyers.
He plays white cards. Ian Strege, we all have our personal favorites.
They're both 1-0.
Okay, so these are 1-0s here.
Undefeated.
They're undefeated.
Potential champions. Should be a good match.
We all have our favorite decks. Oh, there's the Devil.
Yeah, I think it's a common.
It's definitely good. Unleash is a lot better than I originally gave it credit for.
Do you know what just happened there? I'm not extremely familiar with a lot of these Azorius cards.
Maybe Detain.
It looks like he's got the Azorius Guild Mage with the
blue card that he blocked there, is that like a defender or a wall or something?
Yeah, there's an 06 wall that has flight,
yeah.
Okay, so...
Is this the Doorkeeper or the Hover Barrier?
That's not a Hover Barrier, I know what that one looks like.
Okay, I think it's the Doorkeeper then.
And then he just played this Tavern Swindler, which is pay 3 life, flip a coin, if you win the flip you gain 6 life.
He just played a second one also.
It doesn't seem good.
That doesn't seem...
I don't agree with that.
I mean, if it's a bear.
I guess it's a good
If you want a 2-drop, it seems fine.
Yeah,
we are having some problem with the glare tonight, guys. I apologize for that, because I don't know what that white card is. Is that like the dogs or the cats or whatever?
Is it the one lifelinker?
Yeah, it's the lifelinker.
Yeah.
Not trained Caracol.
No, it is the...
It's a cat. I love how I can only remember that it's just some cat.
Yeah.
It's a Jeremy Bales card of the set.
Jeremy Bales likes his white 1-drops.
Yeah.
We all have our preferences. Ian plays a lot of white cards.
That fly.
He likes Sun Titan.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't like Sun Titan?
I'm not sorry to see any of the Titans go.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm not missing them, but...
Someone is asking in the chat what app they're using. Are you referring to the Life Total app at the bottom? If that's the case, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's just called Life Total, and I got it off the iTunes store like 2 years ago. I actually forgot I owned an iPod Touch, and then I remembered I was doing this, and it's a good fit.
Mr. Moneybags over here.
Well, I got it for... I wipe my butt with iPod.
What's this paperweight?
I got it like 3 years ago. My wife got it me for Christmas, but then when I got a smartphone...
Yeah.
Because I had a Motorola Razr up until last year. I was low-teching it. Always a Dreadbore. That's a very good Dreadbore. What's the equipment do? That's
+1 for each color.
Okay, so Joseph is well ahead here.
Just a little.
I thought for a minute that was the wrong deck, but Jeremy Bale's pool has Supreme Verdict in it. He has a Guild Mage and Supreme Verdict in this draft. pretty good.
Well, I think
In the first
mine,
draft
I think there was a supreme verdict, and what else did Sam got another good card, and I can't remember what it was. And
Sorry.
I think they were thinking
Ian's going to draw something to get himself out of this.
something
That's the 2/5. He may have Vigilance guy, right? If you have the gate, right?
I think so.
yeah.
I don't like that card. And is that the reverse?
Maldrifter, yeah.
Oh, he has 2 Sabers?
Apparently so.
Sabers can't be good, is it?
It's a one of. It's like your 23rd card if you're short on playables, I think.
No, he may only have... Yeah, there's some... For those of you lamenting... Let me write this guy's info down so I can write down that card.
I think if Ian had a nice little card that gained 16 life, he would be doing pretty good right now. The goes down to 2.
I don't think
Y'all
that card
cover
exists,
this.
though.
Well,
Unless Joseph had 16 cards in his hand.
yeah.
Play search warrant.
I don't really like that. I don't know. It's kind of annoying when you comes down on turn 2 and they gain like 7. And you're like, oh, well, great.
Yeah, it's annoying, but I don't think it's really main deck.
No, well, that's why. Because when I played Joseph in the last draft, he went up to 30 life twice. That was annoying.
With that coin flipper thing?
No, not with the coin flipper thing.
That
I don't know
card
how
seems
he's
awful.
not dealing. How is he not dealing damage to? Are they flipping the coin?
No, those
I
guys are
think
all
he's just
dead.
using it for a grizzly bear.
They've all died in combat.
Oh,
He's just attacking with them. They're just bears.
yeah. They're horrible bears.
And what is this guy? It's an unleashed card. The black.
We got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
One is unleashed and one he's keeping on a tight leash.
It is a dead reveler. So 2/3 unleashed for 3 that he can make 3/4. Well, yes,
Yeah.
that's how unleashed works. Let me just explain how all cards work. Reverse Mole Drifter. It's not reverse Mole Drifter because you only draw 1.
Yeah, what is the one? Yeah, what? Yeah. It caught on. It caught on.
I did call it reverse Mole Drifter for at least 1 game before I realized it's not that at all.
It's the other one that from Avacyn Restored. They're the same thing.
Mist?
No, it's not Mist Raven.
That card's good.
Oh my gosh. The Kingfisher. Could you say reverse Kingfisher?
It's so awesome when you have 50 people who are aware of Magic, like, watching on the stream.
More so than we are.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
This is what happens. People will be like, "What'd you do tonight?" "Oh, I watched this Twitch stream of Magic the Gathering where I knew clearly more than everyone."
And I'm pretty sure if they came, they could be like, "Hey, I know more about this stream." I think that
That's
was
a
a
street
sweeper.
sweeper.
Yeah. Thank you, Ian.
That's not a good card under any circumstances, is it?
Hopefully, he can sweep that street.
It's a dude. I mean, I don't know what Ian's pool is like. Did Joseph just draw like 9 cards?
The inspiration.
Oh. What's that?
No, it's a guild card, and it caused Ian to
Game
scoop.
winner.
Apparently, it dealt 2 damage.
You could tell by the way he was holding it that it was going to kill him, because that was the,
Skull Rend? Apparently.
what is it?
Skull Rend?
Skull Rend.
Yeah,
Deal
deals
2
2
damage
damage
to
to
target
each
opponent.
opponent.
They each discard 2 cards at random. That
I think he
seems fun.
discarded it. I think he conceded because of the 2 cards he had in his
Professor
hand.
Crocodile in the chat is all over it. We were looking in the stupid book for it, and he'd tell us what it is right
So apparently there must not be too bad of a glare.
No, I don't think there's...
No, there's
He's
not
clearly a
that bad.
professor for a reason.
Yeah, he's not first year trying to get my master's Crocodile. He is
This is
Professor.
Crocodile MD.
Crocodile MD. That's my battle rap name. It's MC Thugs versus Crocodile MD.
I will not face you on Song Fight, I promise.
But for those of you, there's a couple people in the chat mentioning how it's kind of hard to follow because all the cards are brand new. That is the case. Like I said, that's part of the reason why we're unfamiliar with everything is because we don't have as much experience with these because this is the first time they've been, cracking boxes of them. But it's still fun to watch Magic. Still better than nothing. And most importantly, we will be back to standard events shortly.
Upon your return, or
Hmm?
upon your return?
No, I think we'll just go to... I mean, I'll be here next week.
Oh, okay.
I'll be here on Friday. I'll be out of
Okay.
town next middle of the week. All my work travel is like...
Apparently,
Ian's playing mono, basically. I just said mono something. That's another jargon. That's another thing about the stream. I try to limit the jargon, but...
And now you just filled that whole sentence with nothing but maybe you should, like, at the beginning, just let all of the jargon out.
You know what that skull rend was for Joseph?
The beatdown?
Sick rip off the top.
Oh.
He was drawing live to 1 out.
Because Joseph had to ask himself one question. Am I the beatdown or am I the control deck? And he was clearly the beatdown.
I would love to see a scenario in which Joseph's deck that he just played was the control deck. He's like, I really gotta win these coin flips. The game before the line.
Where's my cracked thumb?
Like, listen, I'm not trying to suggest I know anything, and I'm not trying to limit.
But I'm pretty sure
Joseph-
creatures
Joseph
that
deals-
do... Oh, you have to tap it.
He's perfectly good at
Okay,
Magic.
so it's basically... I thought you didn't have to tap it,
But that card is
Okay.
Tavern
That's like
Swindler.
yelling to the mic because I'm so close to it.
Tavern Swindler, which is what we're talking about. That card is not a good Magic card.
I'd use it.
What's it called? Tavern Swindler?
It depends on your definition of a good Magic card.
One that anyone should ever play.
If you're talking about Magic cards that will win you the game, then no, it's not a good Magic card.
But if you like flipping coins
Yes.
for no reason
Then it's an
whatsoever,
excellent Magic card.
it is. Which...
What did he play on 3 there?
If you're talking about Magic cards that have good artwork, it's still clearly not a good Magic card.
Deal with
It
this.
does have some midriff,
Deal with
but it
it.
is covered.
I'm actually-
That's the problem with it, I believe.
Look at this card. Look at this card, and then never play it again.
50-50 shot, that's a man in
People,
that picture.
people
Oh, is
want...
that the back to the game? I'm
Is
sorry.
that that card we were just talking about he
It's
played?
very late. No, but that card that just got pacified or
Yeah.
whatever, that's the pumper, right? The card that Joe was beaten down
I
with.
think so.
I like that card a lot.
It apparently went to the graveyard. I kind of scuffed it off when somebody played it against me. And then it got to, when they had a bajillion lands out, and it was...
What's the card
really
that-
good.
What's the card that Ian has over here?
Is that Hussar Patrol, the 2/4 flash?
You asked that as a question, as if I would be able to answer it. Yes, it is. I don't know. What is it? Goodness. We're a hot mess. Someone used to play at Lost Legion in the chat. Which location? That's the question.
Ooh.
We have 4 now. Beckley, Princeton, South Charleston, where we currently are, and the New Storm in Parkersburg.
Or why are they not playing anymore? And they can be on this stream.
You want to play? You want a feature match? Do you want Princeton? I've actually never been to Princeton Storm.
Moved.
It's a good reason. Let me see the. That is the whatever it's called.
Splatter
guy.
Thug, yeah, first strike.
So it gets in there with the awful card, and it's got that +2/+2 enchantment on it that he can make. There's a cycle, right? +2/+2 and does
Yeah.
something.
And that
If
does
you
something.
It does something for that one is flying. You can give it flying.
Oh yeah, there is one. Yes, it does give flam. But if that card just showed the midriff, I think it would be playable.
Joseph just tapped 7 for Rift, Overload Rift. How good is that?
That seems pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ian can't even flash the patrol back out.
We were talking about that earlier, about how like those Overload cards like that, like they're just game winners, aren't they? I mean, aren't they like the best thing you can have?
Yeah, because most of them aren't. I mean, if you cast them not overloaded, they're not unreasonably costed.
No, I don't think so.
Someone's asking in the chat if Return to Ravnica is normally a 2-color deck or is there a splash? I think it's a little bit of both. I
Yeah.
think you can go solid 2 colors. But it's very easy to splash a third.
Yeah.
But it's also very easy to splash that third color.
Yeah.
Those gates at common make it very easy
It's
to
very,
splash.
yeah, and it's also very tempting.
Hmm.
I think that's a problem. Because I'm a greedy drafter, you know. I like to play black things that cost, you know, a bajillion.
He's drawn. Is that? He just drew a lot of cards. What's that card? He just drew like 3 cards.
He might just be straight up cheating.
You want me to enforce that out there?
Thought Flare. Draw 4 cards, then discard 2.
Okay.
So he's thinking about which 2 to pitch.
Hmm. I'll be honest. I'm not. Cyclonic Rift is amazing. Mortars is amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm not really excited about any of the Izzet cards.
I
Izzet Charm is very good.
Yeah.
Is it Charm?
yeah.
Good? Yeah.
But it may be the only Izzet card that, like when I say Izzet, I mean like cards that would show up in this kind of Izzet deck, like that I'm really excited about.
Well, I think the Niv Mizzet, I'm really.
Well, yeah, I'm
excited
talking
about.
about like draft
I
cards.
don't know what. Oh, draft. Okay. Well, no, because the even the common overload, the fairy trickery or whatever
Mhm.
that deals one, and then
Street
you over.
Spasm.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
think.
Electrickery, yeah. Is that the card you're talking about?
Well, I mean, those aren't even just Izzet cards. Those are just straight up red or blue cards.
Well,
There's not
what?
a lot of good gold Izzet cards that are...
No, there's not. Well, no, there is the one. It's uncommon. I won a lot of games with it. It gives +2, +0 to a creature.
Oh,
It makes it
teleport?
unblockable,
Teleport.
and then you can overload it. And yeah.
Good, yeah.
Teleportal.
That's like a
Overload.
splash card, though. That's not a reason to go Izzet, I think.
Well, you said it. I just don't know what you guys even want now.
I think Izzet was clearly the worst guild that you
Yes,
could
it
pick in the
was.
release.
Yes.
There are cool cards in it, but the card pool is not very strong.
I think the pre-release promo was the best out of all of them.
Dragon.
Yeah,
Yes.
the dragon.
But overall,
I like the Rakdos one too.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I like the. Probably gonna butcher it again, and I haven't played.
Selesnya?
Yeah, Selesnya.
Got your back.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
I can't say Cicellinia.
Thessalonia.
Cicellonia, the Salami Guild.
It's like Tropal
It has the best
Steelers.
one.
Plomalo?
But the land, I think, was probably the second best.
Mhm.
And I think the only one that's gonna see any construction.
So he's going to play Launch Party, sack a dude. Oh, this is quite an interaction on the stack here. So Joseph tries to launch party his dude when it's going to die in combat, and then Ian saves his dude by bouncing it with, what's that card called? Chromatic Rescue or something like that?
No.
Does that sound right?
Dramatic Rescue.
Dramatic
Yeah,
Rescue.
which I think that's a pretty good one because it hits. You can hit another creature, can't you? So you can
Yeah.
get tokens with it. So it's basically a removal spell.
He's getting in there with that danged cat, though. So, what's the freak out?
Jeremy Bells.
He's going to dread... How funny would it be to dread... Is that the
Dreadbore
second
cat.
Dreadbore, or is that... No, the first game.
That's
Yeah,
the first game.
He should have dreadboard the cat.
I was going to say, how funny would it be if you Dreadbore the cat?
Hey,
Sometimes
1/1
you gotta
lifelinker,
do-
yeah.
Sometimes you have to do it.
Backs up against the wall. I mean, he can't block. Well, now he can.
So that's the Rakdos key rune?
Yeah.
What does it become?
3/1 first strike.
Are they all
I-
3/1 with ability?
No.
They're all different sizes?
Yeah, they're all different.
Professor Crocodile brings up a good point in the chat
Mhm.
that Izzet's pretty clearly the most popular guild,
Mhm.
but Wizards R&D didn't really throw a whole lot of powerful
Yeah,
cards
it
into
is. If you go to your Planeswalker point page, it's actually a pretty fun little,
Mhm.
thematic thing to do. Everybody can sign up for a specific guild, and a lot of high-level players
Yeah.
are Izzet, and the most points, pro points and stuff is all Izzet players. So it is. I think it's one of those things where people like the thematics of Izzet, but the cards are just not that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
You know why people are Izzet? Because blue players can't admit they want to play red cards. So they're like, I'm Izzet.
I'm a blue player, and I admit that I like to play red cards.
Because
But I
red
like
cards are
playing them with blue cards. And black cards, and...
The reason to play blue cards is so you can draw more red cards to cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, just play mono red just with brainstorms, just so I can dig more lightning bolts.
Hey, smooth your draws, bro. Smooth your draws.
Well, Joseph is in a little bit of a pickle.
I wouldn't mind this going to game 3.
Well, it's probably going to. So he's got 3 blockers, so he's not dead on board. He probably will eat one from the cat. What is that, the Selesnya card that he's got there? Does it have Vigilance?
Apparently it does. Is it the, like, a 4/6 or do nothing Vigilance, 8/8 Vigilance? Yeah.
Is it 8/8?
Yeah.
So that's why the game is turned.
Yeah, that is,
What about
that's why Joseph is at 1 and he is,
He is at 1 game.
I think that's, yeah. Alright then, apparently 8/8 Vigilance will, get you.
That's the reason. I know most of you have just stumbled upon this stream because, it's late. You weren't able to play in your FNM or you're, overseas or a different time zone, and you're done. You can't, FNM zone currently going on. But the reason you're going to stay, you're going to follow us on Twitch, and you're going to watch us every week, is for tremendous MTG strategy insights like those just delivered. 8/8 Vigilant Tramplers.
No, that doesn't have Trample. It's just a Vigilant. You don't need Trample.
Is it playable? If it doesn't have Trample?
I mean, it's better than any of the Titans that are in Standard now.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
This is a format where this is a format.
Well, see, you're in a different time zone because you can watch this before your pre-release and know what you need to do.
I was asking if it was playable without Trample. You thought I was being serious. We just watched a game where, where Joseph voluntarily played this card in multiples. Okay, so when people are playing this card in their decks, then anything is good. Anything. Well, tell me, in what situation is this good? Unless you're playing some kind of crack, even in your Crux Thumb EDH deck, it wouldn't even be good in that. Because the best case scenario is you flip 2 coins and the game 36.
I just wish you didn't have to tap it. It happened during your upkeep, so you had no choice.
Like a mana crypt?
Yeah, but to pay 3 life.
And you're saying that it's bad because it doesn't show midriff?
It doesn't show the
What is she
midriff.
holding? Is she holding magic cards? Or 2 tickets?
2 tickets to
Paradise.
2 tickets to Paradise.
That's what you do. You have to pay a small fee, and if you win those 2 tickets, Paradise of 6 life.
I can see the deck now. We're going to have 4 Acacian Money Changers for all empires. We're going to have 4 Tavern Swindlers.
Oh.
12 life.
Someone points out that if you play it with Rock's Faithmender, you have a 50-50 chance of gaining 12
If I could go to States, I'd play that deck.
You know what?
With the Restoration Angels, too.
How about this? How about instead of that, here's what you do. You just stay at home. You give me $35. I light
you
that
play
money
this
on
deck?
fire in front of you. You save a trip to
Oh
that
my
place.
gosh. Way to promote something.
What's
Hoping
that
I'd be
card?
the feature match that day. That day.
So that's a Splatter Thug, and then you followed it up with what? What's that blue thing?
Okay, somebody in the chat points out they had somebody win the Swindler flip 5 times in a row, and they still lost.
No, they still beat him.
Is that Tower
Yeah,
Drake?
they still beat
They
him.
won.
Is the blue card that he plays that Tower Drake?
So I think that
No, it's not Tower
that's a
Drake.
pretty good indication that the payoff for winning the flip isn't really that
No.
good.
What's that blue card? Do you know what that blue card is, Michael?
Is it this one with the hands? The Soul Sworn Spirit?
No.
It's unblockable.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
No, it's not.
It's not a cancel.
It's this guy.
This guy, yeah.
Aqua Steed.
Oh.
It's a 1/3 that he can give something -2,
It's
-0.
actually pretty nasty.
I was hoping it was the guy with the wonky hands.
It's not very aggressive. Guys, I know we're getting a little bit loopy and getting off topic here, but dude, the cat has picked up that saber. It's a saber-toothed cat.
Oh! Hi-yo! Apparently, the wonky young guy, he's not too bad. Not too shabby.
Is it the
What's the
detain?
name of
Is
He
it
Wonky
detains
yeah.
and he's unblockable.
Yeah.
Soul Sworn Spirit.
based on your description of detain unblockable?
Henceforth known as
no,
Wonky Hands Guy.
based on your description of wonky hands guy, someone knew exactly what card you were talking about. Which was, what was the name of it? Soul Sworn.
She was a common, so I could draft all the wonky guys. People be like, how's your deck? Be like, oh, it's a little wonky bumpkin there.
Okay, so Joseph is going to riff the Vigilant Guide just for one. I mean, you can really play that that rift, like for Overload, you can just basically play that as upheaval, like and just win the game immediately.
You can float 3 and play Psychotog, and then you win, right?
No, but I mean, like you just set up for the win, and then. So Ian takes 3, goes down to 14. He's in a much worse position this game than last time. The reappearance of the Vigilant guy. Armory Guard is his name. If Ian has a gate, then he'll have Vigilance. Otherwise, he's just a wall.
Armory Guy is his name, and Gates is his game. Oh.
We're scraping the bottom. We've long since passed the bottom of the barrel. We are now scraping into the dirt beneath the barrel. Someone is suggesting that Standard needs a upheaval reprint. That would be probably the worst thing that could happen.
Let's just ramp into this.
It would be awesome. Here's what would happen in that Standard environment. One person in each game would have a great time, and the other person would quit Magic.
Especially with the experiment card that you can just Genesis Wave instants and sorceries, and you just, upheaval.
In response, someone said they'd be more likely they'll print Armageddon before they reprint upheaval. Those are cards I don't miss. I don't think anyone misses.
I miss Magnivore though.
Upheaval and Thragtusk.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good combo. I think. I love Upheaval as a card. I mean, playing my cube, it's very fun to ramp into like 10 mana and then cast Upheaval and drop somebody. But at the same time, like that's in my cube.
Well, see, I think
I don't
even Thragtusk Upheaval works because you get a 3/3 token.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's this card that he's casting on? What card is he casting on? Here. Do you know what that is?
No. Apparently, it was enough for Ian to scoop.
Oh, it's the shock, I think.
Okay,
He had enough damage pressed through
yeah.
the shock and discard guy. So Joseph Deal moves to 2-0. He will likely play Scott Driver, I'm assuming. That
Got one on the back of his Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We just immediately, everyone just stopped talking. Oh my goodness.
What is
How many
your
people? So we had, let's see, I
think you had around 200 people, and then I came in the room.
No. We had like, I'm trying to think how many people. Well, for those of you who are not, I don't know if we covered this or not, but people in the chat have been talking about a giveaway. Is there a giveaway? How can they win? The answer is yes, there is a giveaway. Every week we give away a playset of Rock Lobster, Paper Tiger, and Scissors Lizard from Unglued. Are they worth a lot? Absolutely not. Do they have a lot of sentimental value? Yes. They're also very difficult to find. You will not just find them laying around. Like, there's not a whole lot of Unglued out there, and to find these 3 exact cards is very difficult. Why are they cool? Because you can start your games with a delightful game of Rock, Paper, Scissors. We do it every time on camera here, and I will send you a playset. All you have to do is win our giveaway. Follow me on Twitter, @ZachSellsMagic. In round 2 tonight, I sent out a giveaway tweet. All you have to do is be following me, retweet that. You're entered to win. I'll draw a random winner every week, and then I will send them to you.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
Just have to be in it to win it.
Yes, you must. Those who don't participate are ineligible to win.
You can't.
I pointed out to Michael weeks ago that co-commentators also eligible, so.
Hey, I have entered it every time I
You have entered it every time. You have lost every time.
Yes. Even through Jordan, that I believe just made a Twitter account that day and won.
Yeah, one of the winners I don't think had ever.
Was that their original tweet was retweeted?
I think so, yeah. Or, hey, I'm on Twitter.
But for all of you who are watching,
we can see on Ian's watch that it is just around 10:30.
I'm going back to the studio. So for all of you all that are watching, we have a tremendous number of people watching online. I'm very appreciative of your willingness to watch. Please follow us on Twitch. Not only will it help to reaffirm our existence, but it will also send you a email notification anytime that we go live. So, like I said, anytime we... Everyone, quickly put your face where the...
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Alright, so that's Adam. I'm Zach. That's Michael. What were we talking about before? Okay, there's still confusion. So, how do you win? It's very simple. This is what you do. You follow me on Twitter. If you've done that, step one, you're halfway there. You're literally halfway there to me sending you free stuff. Look in the tweets I've sent out tonight. There's a tweet that says, giveaway. Win a play set of rock, paper, scissors. Retweet to win. You retweet that, I'll receive a notification. Next week during the stream, we will randomly pick a winner. Usually Michael randomly picks the winner.
I just retweeted.
So if you don't win, blame that guy.
This guy.
We rolled a d20 once. It's really late. I'm really tired.
This is horrible.
But, okay, so someone's pointing out that we have a problem with the webcam. So for those of you just joining us, we've been over this multiple times. We normally sit in a room. There's a picture of this room on our Facebook page if you go to facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. The room that we're sitting in, the room that we're broadcasting in, is a storage room at our local game shop, which is conveniently located far enough away from the action that we can set up in here, have our feature match camera with all the cabling, and then close the door so they don't hear us. Interfere with the match that way. The problem is that the store is currently changing the shelving that they're using in the main store, so they're putting that, until the shelving goes up, it lives in this room. So half of the space that we normally would have is filled with shelving. I'll take a picture of it after the fact and post it on YouTube. I probably could do that now, actually, but...
You can take a photo of your... And take everybody. It's like an infinite.
I would get my camera out, but they get the point.
But anyways, that's the situation. Hopefully it will get rectified, at which point we'll have an honest-to-goodness camera that's in front of everyone. But as of right now, this is the best we can do, so that's the way it is.
We have a comment asking if we ever do standard.
We do standard almost every week. The only times that we normally do drafts is on launch party days or release days. So that's why we have drafts tonight, because everybody's excited about the new cards and want to open packs. So I think as early as next week. I'm not for sure, but I think usually next week. Next week will be the first standard.
Yeah, so, and it will be the one before States.
Yeah, it'll be basically the playtest session for States, which we're also streaming next Saturday. So yes, to answer your question, yes, next Friday at 6:30 Eastern, we will have a standard tournament. That's our normal stream. So
if you want some standard, you can go back and watch the archives.
Or as one of our Canadian is also provincials. We don't want to want to limit this to just States.
Which sounds better than States.
I apologize for getting so horribly screwed that it was a lame game.
It was fine.
Yeah.
The only problem was there were a lot of cards that we've seen a lot of black and red cards, so we're very familiar with those. But there were some of the white cards I wasn't very familiar with.
That's because they were lame.
Ian pointing out that we would be familiar with the cards he played if they were any good. So. Just be like Michael. He get Armada Worm.
Yeah, why didn't you just draft Armada Worm?
Actually, it's easy. Just open Armada Worm. And then just win.
The first match, the first draft, I ended up getting first place, but the only rare that I kept was Holland Fountain. It's the only. It doesn't even win the game. It does
pay for your draft.
It does pay for the draft. So.
Look, I would lose every draft I ever was in if they would just pay
for the draft. Yeah. But yeah, the second time, I got the 2/7 Palisade Giant.
Yeah, he's not bad in draft.
He's not terrible, but I mean, what's he worth? $1, $2?
Well, that doesn't matter.
No. But yeah, I drafted him.
Did you have fun? That's what matters.
So far,
and you still have one more game.
I can't not have fun playing draft.
Huh? And you still have one more game.
Yeah, I got one more match.
So we've got one more match tonight. I was going to put the picture on the internet of why we were here, but I think to do that I have to remove one of my... Let me do it with my phone. I'll make it happen. I'll show you people. Can you email me a picture? Did you take one?
No, I can.
In spite of all this technology, we'll find
put it on Twitter.
Picture on the internet.
Okay.
Just put it on Twitter.
Yeah, if people are following me, then they can see, how...
People are following you if people wanted to follow you on Twitter, what
I like the lean.
What is what by chance is your...
It is at Turd Wizard.
At
one
Turd
word.
Wizard.
And also for King Exar, I think we mentioned that we thought maybe zombies and blue-eyed humans and mid-range in general would probably be very good.
Well, let's mention what he asked. What did he ask?
Good, we've got people
Okay, so another question on the chat is, what is our insight on return to Ravnica Standard? We actually talked about this earlier in the night, and though we do not claim to be any sort of expert, I personally think there are going to be 3 decks that are at least going to show up in certain numbers at Star City tomorrow and also States next week. Number 1, I think the elephant in the room is going to be either Jund or a green-black Zombies deck. I think that's the deck that's gotten the most heat with the new cards. I think it will also be the deck that will underperform the most because I think all the good decks will metagame against it. I also think there's going to be a fair number of green-white mid-range decks, which is all the value creatures from there, Tristani, Restoration Angel, Thragtusk, Armada Worm. I think that's a very real deck.
Nearly all of them will splash a color, though.
Yeah, I think there's a Bant deck to be had there too. Just for Detention Sphere, maybe it might be good. I don't know. They don't have the Simic land, which makes it a little bit difficult. But and then also I think there's going to be some form of blue-based control deck. I know I'm going on a limb by saying that, but there's either going to be I think it's like an Izzet or Grixis deck, or maybe a blue-white deck. But I think
there's a really good blue-white deck to be had.
Yeah, and I just don't know if it's going to be 4 colors or it's going to be some kind of red, white, blue.
I think
I think it'll lean on Chromatic Lantern a certain amount. Mizzy Mortis is a heck of a magic card. Cyclonic Rick is a heck of a magic card. You still have access to Bonfire. So.
Wouldn't treat the Angels. I think maybe an American, like a blue, white, red.
Yeah, red, white, blue,
also,
I think is really good. And remember, too, it's not just the new cards. I think the best answer to all the decks we just mentioned, the best way to beat zombies, the best way to beat all the value creatures in a green-white deck is Terminus. So I think there's going to be, I think the control decks that do well will start with 3 or 4 Terminus in them.
I also think the less colors you run, like a control deck, if it's 2 colors, I think you're better because you're not stumbling on your mana. With aggro, I think you can have that stumble and not be too hurt, but with control, you definitely don't want that.
Control also does not like lands that come into play tap.
Yeah.
They're okay with the turn 1 or 2, but after
later
that,
on,
they want their lands into play on tap.
Someone's talking about the camera is a little off. Are you talking about this camera? Or are you talking about the feature mesh camera? I don't think Bonfire is the way to go in this format. I really don't. Bonfire doesn't do anything to Thragtusk. It doesn't do anything to the zombies. It's still a great card, but you're not using it to beat Delvers and
it's only good if you alpha swing with
red-green
like
aggro decks. You're
not
not picking off mana
stuff away
dudes
and
anymore.
immediately swing.
Oh, someone wants to see the full poster. All right, so here you go.
Uh-oh. Ba-dump.
There you go.
What kind of stream do you think this is?
Enjoy it because I promise you next week I'm taking that crap down because it's just too. It doesn't make any sense.
I think I might take it to my room, hang it up in my bedroom.
I think that might
over
be
my bed.
I think that might be how it got hung up here in the first place. What are you doing in there in that closet? Nothing.
After 10 o'clock, it gets a little blue up in here, so.
You think that could be a raffle? We could raffle the poster.
Everyone's being very specific. Now someone is upset because we're not showing the underboob. Okay, there we go.
Back to the underboob.
We've reached back to original camera.
Whatever it takes to keep viewers.
I think
yeah, we'll cater to your needs.
I think once we deplete the supply of rock, paper, scissors, lobsters, and whatnot, the poster will probably be the next raffle once that,
Yeah, so, okay, everyone enjoy this right now. This is the last time in the history of this Magic stream that I'm going to talk about this poster. This poster is for something called Unusual Elven Dice by Q-Workshop.com.
Q-Workshop.com. I hope they were watching because I would love some free dice.
Of a partially nude elven woman with big bangle earrings. She's floating dice around, and she's exposing her midriff. It has a sword.
Their website is blowing up right now. We're giving them so much business.
They've literally doubled their internet traffic from 2 to 4.
Official sponsor.
If you're a fan of it, the artist is Marta, M-A-R-T-A, Dahlig, D-A-H-L-I-G. In case you want to see more of her work.
So as a very astute commenter in the chat has pointed out, everyone make sure you talk about the poster as much as you possibly can right now, because once it's gone, it's gone. It will not be there next week.
I'm kind of...
It takes everything I can do right now just not reach over there and grab it off the wall.
But you can always revisit it in the archive.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? How about at some point we give the poster away?
Yeah, I discussed that.
Okay. All right.
Discussed
I
that.
changed my mind. At some point we're going to give the poster away. But next week I am going to post.
I'm looking at her other artwork.
Did you email me that, or did you Twitter that?
I tweeted at you the picture.
Okay. Former feature match participant Cliff Markham has just pointed in the chat that Adam Vickers is the worst player ever. The problem is you cannot argue with that, though.
I beat a Cliff Martin at States. I can't... Markham, I apologize. I'm the worst pronouncer.
Yes.
But I do believe...
Was he playing Silencia?
Yeah, I think he was on Silencia. And I believe I was playing Blue Red Magnivore. Because I liked it because he messaged a mutual friend of us, and he was like, apparently Adam Vickers... I played Adam Vickers at States, and he beat me, which, duh. I mean, if you play against me at States, you're gonna... That's why I'm not going this year, to give other people chances to win.
Well, that's very sporting.
You all continue to have a discussion about things while because I'm going to bring this picture up to show you all what we're up against in here. They haven't started another round, have they?
No.
They're still milling about.
Man.
All right, so we're
No
having
Durglin. Another jargon. Durglin around.
We do need something. Here's two things I noticed as we're starting to get a little bit more of a following, and as we're also starting to get put things in a lot more different places on the internet. I realize we need I think we need a logo, and I think we need like some kind of slogan or something. So if anyone in the stream is a graphic artist and would like to work on that with some mild direction, or if anyone wants to suggest a funny quip, or
But we can only pay them in an unglued card.
I can pay you in rock lobsters or an unusual elfin dice poster. So play your cards right, and you might have a very lucrative artistic career in front of you. All right.
I would hate for what the catchphrase would be.
We are moments away from seeing. I just added it, didn't I?
No, I don't see it yet. Apparently not. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's like I'm looking at two streams now.
All right, everyone. So here's what happens. This is why, for whoever asks why we don't have the camera in a better location, find a better way to put the camera up.
What better location could there be?
We are basically working in a trash heap.
We are the Oscar the Grouch or Snuffleupaguses of Magic Stream.
What did they say earlier was the funniest thing I'd heard all night? There was something they said was the funniest thing.
I think it was...
Oh, it was the guy said he refuses to comment
Yeah.
by typing it. Someone just posted, you come for the elf boobs, you stay for the decent commentary. Which I think is funny because he says it's just decent. It's not good. It's just, you come for the elf boobs, you stay for the...
let's be honest,
he might leave.
It is what it is.
Let's be honest, you stay for the elf boobs too.
Oh, and
I'm just glad.
I do
I'm not
apologize.
facing
It's
them.
not every week. I mean, most weeks when there's standard events, we're focused. We know the cards. We know what's going on. There's not a lot of downtime, so it's not always this frat house type mentality in here. And sometimes, yes, we have the camera in a better position because we don't have. That's what we should have. We should have a work day. We should all volunteer to come in here, put the new shelving up.
Because clearly they've had a month or two to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure they can only pay us in rock lobsters and scissor lizards.
We talked about it before. Let's talk about it again. West Virginia States, next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. 9 a.m. registration, 10 a.m. player meeting. I can't confirm that. Beckley, West Virginia, Beckley Convention Center. Go to sleeveup.com for more information. More importantly, if you want to play in your provincial or your state tournament, go to sleeveup.com to find out where it's being played or what the contact information is of the tournament organizer so that you can go and play Magic.
And be the state champ. And then go back to your store and be like, hey, guess what I am? The state champ.
So here's an interesting trip. I think you were here last week, Michael, so don't answer. Adam Vickers, can you answer the following question? Or how about this? No, this is a question for the chat. This is fun to have.
All 60, yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. Okay, so we are currently located in West Virginia in the United States. So what archetype won last year's West Virginia State Championship? I will give you the following hint. It was a real deck. It was a deck that was popular at the time. It wasn't some homebrew or something. West Virginia is small, but we're not that small. There was like 7 guys around somebody's kitchen table. So, if anyone wants to guess, how about the first person who gets the unusual elven dice?
I'm gonna hate to see it go, but I guess so.
So there it is. Whoever guessed correctly. Whoever guessed correctly. I'm not going to make any comments until I have a winner.
Which, if everybody's interested in West Virginia State, Travis Tomlin wrote an article for Star City years ago about Greg Napier getting second with Vanilla Tootsie Roll, which is a white weenie deck, and you can go in Star City's archives and look that up. And it's a very interesting article. I'm mentioned in it. A few of the people you have seen on the stream are mentioned in it.
All right, we have a winner. The winner cannot. The reason I didn't say anything and just went silent was because I forgot that one of the people who's now watching is someone who plays at the shop, and we talked about before. So I cannot award this to Cliff Markham, who was the first person to guess. I apologize, Cliff. I'll compensate you in some other way. But it was King Hexar who Green White Tokens. It was a Township Tokens deck. David Newman won last year. You can't win.
He really wants that poster.
So King Hexar, email me your contact information.
And so you won't even have to mail it to
ZachSalesMagic at gmail.com. now we're talking trash to Cliff because he didn't win. Okay, so winner in the chat, King Hexar. You win the Elf Boo poster. You don't even know what you want?
Do you even have a right to take it down and give it away?
I have the right to. Do you think JP is going to?
I don't know. I mean,
we'll work out all the details. It'll be fine. We'll have our people call his.
Look at
you're going to donate. Listen to this. He's donating it to Cliff. So Cliff, you are the winner.
No, I'm going to rip it now because of that.
Don't rip it. So there we go. So long live the underboob.
Wait, we're okay right here. Is everybody happy with that?
A little bit further up. They like the imagination. There you go.
Okay.
All right, but more importantly, guys, I just heard time called in round 2 of our final draft of the evening, so we're going to go silent briefly, and then we'll be right back for the finals of this draft, which half of it will be Joseph Deal playing Grixis aggro, and the other half will be someone who we will find out shortly. So stay tuned. We've only got about a half hour left on tonight's broadcast. You've enjoyed it so far. You'll keep enjoying it. We will be right back.